Championship. It's opening round coverage of the United States Open Championship. Welcome to Chambers Bay with its massive rolling fairways, towering dunes, undulating greens, and unpredictable coastal winds. This link-style course providing the backdrop for the world's best golfers here at the U.S. Open. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo will call every shot today for EA Sports. Frank, what is Chambers Bay all about?
A nice blend of links and parkland golf, really. You can still play the ball, through the air, play your own style of play, but it just looks like you've got to play the ball along the ground, almost link style. These huge cavernous type bunkers that adorn the sides of the fairways, big greens, undulating greens. It really is a wonderful test, and off the back it can play very long.
That is just a beautiful shot. This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. Good-looking shot right here. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Well, Frank, what a stretch of tough par fours here at Chambers Bay. Now to the seventh, long uphill par four and a lot of trouble to the right.
Yeah, and it's all sand, that's for sure. If you miss the fairway on the left, then it's all dunes, so take your pick, really. But ideally, that green piece that the superintendent often mows each and every day, that's the place to go. And for a U.S. Open at 508 yards, if you miss that little green strip, then this hole will be hazardous because it's going to play a lot longer than that uphill.
Frank, the approach here at the seventh, and there's a lot to consider here.
There is. The green at the front is much wider than what it is at the back. It's almost like a tooth or a molar shape. So, that front portion, when the flag's there, definitely a birdie hole. Just got to be a little cautious when they put the flag on the back.
And to generate some momentum here at the seventh hole, this for birdie. Settles in over the putt. Don't leave it short. Wow. This for par. Not very happy with that one. Just a little tap in here. Just a shade over par, +1. Frank, we know we're at a U.S. Open. 500-yard par fours, and here a better than 600-yard par five at the eighth.
Yeah, you need a missile really off the tee to be able to reach this par 5 and 2, and not a single bunker really on this hole. So this is just long every stretch of the way. The fairway actually looks a little bit narrower than what it is. There's a little bit more fairway than actually what meets the eye at first.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Pure strike. Good result.
And that is close.
These putts keep the round together. He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Just 5 feet left. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Rich Lerner and Frank Nobilo back with you here at Chambers Bay in the U.S. Open. Now to the 9th hole, closing out this front side.
Well, it just goes to show the tremendous variety that the designer Robert Trent Jones II has done here. We've seen already a tremendous variation, and then this sort of just goes on top of it. Elevated tee, goes down to a green that just slopes a little bit to the right. Well bunkered on the right.
Strong approach shot here at the 9th, and a good opportunity to finish this side with a birdie. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
Still even par for the day. Heading out to the action now. We pick up with our featured golfer at hole number 10. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When you consider 4-round events, Rich, you're going to have a period where there's a little lull. As long as you can minimize the damage over the course of 4 days, it turns out all right.
Oh my goodness, he pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it. What a drive. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frank, I thought that was in.
Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank.
Even par, currently. Hole's 4 1/4 inches. Could have done with one light slightly bigger.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
It went from bad to worse, and right now, horrible.
What do they say, Frank? Golf spelled backwards is
Flog.
Flog. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship.
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it. Long just meant longer.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. All right, Frank, how would you break down this approach shot here at the first at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's partially blind, so you've really got to fixate on the exact point that you want to aim at. That's one of the beauties of this golf course. So maybe even just have a little look and make sure you know that line, because once that ball hits the ground, the natural contours are going to take it in a certain direction. So really fixate on that line.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Losing a bit of ground now in this tournament. With the bogey, falls to 2 over. Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's how you play the game. Right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Suddenly a ray of sunshine with that birdie.
But there was hope. Now on the top 25.
Now on to the first par 3 of the U.S. Open here at Chambers Bay.
It's all in front of you. Beautiful view there in the distance. You can see the water. Once again, it does slope a little right to left. Don't have to go straight at the flag here. This one's a little bit of a sleeper.
That's well played. And now a good look at birdie.
Really. This is an awkward length. Just when you think you're going to make birdie, now have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Frank, so often a U.S. Open is defined by difficult par 4s. How does the 4th here at Chambers Bay stack up?
Well, Richard, adds to your list here, 495 yards. That says one thing, but the fact that it's anything other than straight, bunkers left and down the right side, plus the hole bends to the right. So this is a very strategic hole. If anything, something slightly left of center, but you're still going to have a lengthy second shot.
Well, now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This is a good-looking shot. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good stroke, just came up empty. So they'll tap in. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the United States Open Championship. Today, we're here at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington for the U.S. Open Championship. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action out on the course. And Frank, what can you tell us about this unusual layout?
It's actually the first golf course that Robert Trent Jones II has actually designed in Washington. And it just fits in beautifully with the environment. The Puget Sound really sets off the whole golf course. So it looks like a links golf course, but it can play in so many different ways. You can play it through the air, you can play it along the ground. And of course, already it's hosted US Amateur and US Open.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Not quite enough on that one, couple of feet short.
Yeah, hopefully he taps it in. Not his best, but hopefully it's just 2 putts.
Getting set now over the putt. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Just a sloppy hole, no other way to say it, and it results in a double bogey. Frank, we know we're at a U.S. Open, 500-yard par 4s, and here a better than 600-yard par 5 at the 8th.
Yeah, you need a missile really off the tee to be able to reach this par 5 or 2, and not a single bunker really on this hole. So this is just long every stretch of the way. The fairway actually looks a little bit narrower than what it is. There's a little bit more fairway than actually what meets the eye at first.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Well, it's obvious he is in complete command of his golf ball right now. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Well, after that birdie, has to be feeling as though they're not out of it just yet.
You're not far away from the first page of the leaderboard. A couple more birdies.
Moving on here at the U.S. Open, we've seen long par 4s, not unusual, long par 5s, and now we finish this front 9, Frank, with a par 3.
And this is a great example of how a U.S. Open can level the field. Everybody's going to get a tee and a ball here, and this is about hitting your best shot. And this is one hole. If you're struggling a little bit, a little 2 here is going to go in a long way, pushing you around in the right direction.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Trying to make yet another birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo playing Chambers Bay out in the state of Washington in the great northwest of the United States. Frank, let's take a closer look now at the 10th hole.
Well, you can see where you've got to go by virtue of the dunes left and right. This is one of the few greens that is well bunkered around. So you can see it short, short right, short left, and there's another little bunker just on the left side. So it's a tricky little second shot coming in here.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. All right, Frank, what's the best way to approach the 10th?
Well, this is probably the flattest green on the golf course, Rich, and really, if you miss this green, you've made a mistake. There's no two ways about it. It's probably the most predictable second shot you're going to have on the golf course.
Early part of this second nine and a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Well, you hate to miss the short ones. Ouch. Trying to stay steady, make a par. Good work right there. They'll settle for par. Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you get there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's two levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. The 11th hole, Frank, what's ahead here?
This is another green that's sort of sloped. There's a lot of little slopes in this green here, plus the green angles from right to left. So it just depends on whether that second shot that lands. You've got to be well aware of what you're landing on. If you're landing on a downslope, it's going to kick forward. Obviously, on an upslope, it's going to stop that much quicker.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it, right? He didn't go past the miss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that. It's a positive attitude.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, as a player, do you like the drivable par 4? And we've seen these setups now at just about every single U.S. Open.
When you're playing well, there's no question, then they favor the guy playing well. But if you're struggling, no one likes their hand forced. The 12th forces your hand. It's tough to lay up on this hole.
That was a solid strike and a good result. These putts keep the round together. Wow, I thought he made that. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Just a little tap in here.
Sneaking into contention here with that birdie.
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. So through 3 rounds, just outside the top 10, what kind of a chance do you give a player who is sitting outside the first 10?
Yeah, it's slim. I certainly would not say none, though, Rich. You know, we've countless times over the years seen someone post an early one in and watch the leaders crumble at the end. Good opportunity tomorrow. Put a good round on the board and then just sit back and wait. And then remember, there's also the chance of a playoff.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live final round coverage of the 115th U.S. Open Championship. Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Frank, it appears as though this approach shot here at the 10th is fairly straightforward.
It is. You've got a flat green, so you're not really worrying about mounds or bounces here. And really, this is, with a short iron in hand, this is one of those ones you just green light, you go straight at the flag here.
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Boy, looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Well, here we are at the 11th. Frank, this is a brutally long par 4.
And a little bit blind, too. There's that big dune in the middle of the fairway, and it's sort of a bit daunting. You're not quite sure what's behind that. Well, what is behind that is actually fairway. And just carry it over there. That'll certainly shorten the hole up. And then from there, it's a little bit of a dogleg to the right.
Excellent, perfect position.
Ball's just sitting up, too. You could hit anything from there.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Almost. Wow. He'd settle for par here. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, we just came off that long par 4 at the 11th, well over 500 yards. Now at the 12th, we go in the opposite direction. This has become a staple at a U.S. Open, the reachable par 4.
Yeah, the logic would say just grab sort of a mid-iron to a long iron, knock it down, wedge it on there, and have no strain, no sweat. But who's going to play golf like that? Take the head cover off. Come on, chance it. It's called narrows. The odds are going to be narrow, but you just might hit the green.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. Let's crawl that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. Coming down the stretch here at the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. Just 6 holes to play. And Frank, this par 4 13th will really test the players.
It is. If someone makes 3 here down the stretch, it will be monumental. A 4 here, no one would leave this hole unhappy. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is. Rich, so often we've seen weird things happen at the U.S. Open. The late Payne Stewart, the ball moving on the 18th green. Too often they push the player closer and closer to the edge, but it's often what defines a champion in our sport.
Well, I think at a U.S. Open, the USGA is testing a player as much mentally, psychologically, as they are physically. And inherent in that is the idea that golf wasn't always meant to be fair. How do you deal with that bad break? You going to let it affect you the rest of the round, or are you going to put it behind you and continue to move forward? The U.S. Open to me, Frank, has always been about kind of the climb up Everest. It's not going to be easy. There will be setbacks along the way. The idea is to make it to the top of the mountain.
And that's why when they etch that name on the trophy, it's there for more than one reason.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Frank, a fifth consecutive par 4 here at the U.S. Open. This is the 14th hole, and I'm guessing by the time you set foot on this tee, you'll know exactly where your game is at.
Oh, this one here, great reward for someone that's driving the ball well. If you can drive it, down the left middle, avoid that little one-pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, you're going to certainly shorten this hole up. And then you can start to use the contours of this hole too, that bend right to left. And 546 yards becomes much shorter than what you would think.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
So he didn't hit the green in regulation, but he still has a reasonably good chance to save his par, about 10 feet away. Locked in on the read and the speed. Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Oh man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This for double bogey. Going to have to regroup now after that double bogey. Getting set now to tee off at the 15th here at the U.S. Open par 3, and it stands out because it has the only tree on the golf course.
It looks magnificent, doesn't it? Get your eyes back on the green, Rich. Come on. When they use the short tee for the U.S. Open, just 167 yards. So this is really a hole that the players are just going to eat up if they get the right wind conditions. Just an 8 or a 9 on from 160 yards for these boys. To a green, that, well, it should be very well received.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
Oh, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and deserves so much more. Another shot at it.
And he takes the wind right out of your sails. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Bend slightly to the right. There's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beach.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, that was a little bizarre right there. I didn't expect that. Good putt. Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed. And you can see why, too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So If you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a 3 here. This is not a time to be a hero.
Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. He'll take par and move on. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
And he's made it onto the green.
Even par currently.
Oh, I thought he had that.
Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a little tap in here. He's made it. So another tournament in the books, Frank, and what'd you make of this one?
Quality venue once again, Rich. The standard of courses we're seeing is excellent, and consequently it's enabling the players to really play some great golf. So I think golf's the winner today.